Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about why your guardian angel might stop answering your question. So this whole video is about guardian angels, not any other kind of angel, or just general angels. So there are several reasons as to why your angels are not going to be answering your questions. I'm not really talking about ancestors, I'm talking about angels, like something that was never human, something from heaven that has never incarnated as a human. It's like a helper. They assist humanity. The one major reason that, well, okay, let's go to the most extreme one before I get to the other ones. But one of the biggest reasons your angels might not be talking to you guys or interacting with you or just be fully not there, it just seemed like they're not there, because our guardian angel is almost like 99% of the time they're going to be there very heavily. But when you're a person who does just flat out bad or evil, they're going to still be with you. They're going to be zip quiet. You're going to be having constant signs, because when you talk to your guardian angel, things are going to happen to try to get you to be aligned. So you'll notice, like, every time you do something bad, you'll get into, like, something really bad will happen. That's not your guardian angel trying to punish you. That's your guardian angel telling God, like, hey, this person kind of has a chance and we're trying to correct them. So something really bad might happen, such as a car accident, or like if you did something very bad that you're not supposed to be doing and you had a feeling, hey, I'm not supposed to be doing this, your guardian angel will be like, hey, you should not be doing this. Like if you're trying to curse your neighbor because your neighbor, they have more people over than you do, or like they did invite you to a party and you try to curse your neighbor, your guardian angel is going to give you several warnings. Your curses or your whatever you're trying to do with the neighbor is not going to work. And then what's going to happen is it's going to seem like your curse or spell backfired, because something really bad is going to happen to you. It's not so much, maybe it is their angels protecting them if something got, like I like to call it a cannonball got shot. But your guardian angel will be like, bah, like, what are you doing? Stop. Like, this is not what you're here for. This is not helping you. You would like to advance in a position, but you're here trying to curse your neighbor. You're trying to do that. You're trying to get blessings, but you're doing curses. Those don't fit in the same space at all. Everything's a balance because we're in the balance, but everything is light or dark as well. This is the in-between. This world is the in-between. This is the true test. People will tell you, oh, hell is what you make it. Heaven's what you make it. No. It's explicitly, there's heaven and there's hell. People will try to soften that. Be like, oh, Earth's the real hell. When you go in the afterlife, if you're not a good person and you go in the afterlife, you're going to be in for a shock. You're going to be in for an absolute shock. You're not going to be elevated. Your frequency will be so low as you've left off on this planet. You will get into the afterlife and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm just here again without a body. And now I'm not able to do a whole lot. And it's just, what happens to people is it sets them mad. And it really makes them crazy. It happens to a lot more people than you would think. There are several other alternates. It depends where you're at. Like I said, a whole bunch of factors. But one reason your guardian angel is not going to really be talking to you is because they feel like you're doing wrong. So it's kind of like a teacher. If you're talking back to the teacher, like you're just flat out doing things in the classroom that's not right, and then they're not answering your question because they're kind of like this. They're like, I'll wait. You're not doing right. Like, I really want to help you, because your guardian angels are pure love. They don't get mad at you. They really don't. True angels don't ever get mad. True angels don't ever get angry. If someone says, my guardian angel's angry, no, then you have a guardian demon around, because guardian angels are pure love. They've had a choice a very long time ago between being an angel or being an ex-angel. So there's a lot of glory in being an angel. They just have pure unconditional love. And they can be like parents sometimes, like actual parents. They'll just flat out like ask God to send you a little bit of a smack and wake you up, because guess what happens when you did something really bad and you got into a very vicious accident or something very bad happened to you? You don't do it again, do you? And you become a good person, and then once you're a good person, you're like, oh cool, I didn't do anything bad and my blessings are rolling in, like I'm doing really well, yay! And then you start noticing advancements, and then your love life's popping, your finances are popping, everything's going very well. That's because your guardian angel's helping you. You always have this help. But if you're not being a good person, you're just being flat out evil, or just doing things you know are bad, like you're trying to get back at people. If you want to get forth, you can't get back. I'm gonna bookmark that quote because that was an amazing quote. If you want to get fourth, don't go back. Don't get back at people. Work on yourself. You don't have enemies. You have yourself. You are your own worst enemy once you start declaring enemies. Period. That's that. So that's the main reason. One giant reason your guardian angel is not going to be talking to you or answering your questions is because you're not being a good person. They'll stay quiet for 10 years before they say anything, and even when they do, it's very minor. Number two, I have encountered this one very often when trying to help people. You ask your guardian angel a question. You'll ask them something. They'll be very, very, very clear and straight to the point. They tell you exactly what you have to do, what exactly you need to do, and you're just there not doing it. I've encountered that with people. I've seen several people that I've helped in the past, people that I've worked with, like the people who, and your guardian angel has an eternity to wait. They have all your future lives if you get to have future lives, but if you're someone who knows the answer to the question that you've already asked, they're gonna stay quiet. They're gonna be like, and I've seen this before. I've seen this with people who are somewhat close to me. They know what they're supposed to be doing, but they'll find every other reason because it either entertains them, they think it's interesting, or like they want to see if like their way works. Which that's your guardian angel. That's your intuition. When you have some kind of thought in your head, like maybe I should do this, it's your guardian angel talking to you. They're closer to you than most spirits can get closer to you. That says a lot. They're more elevated than most spirits, if you allow them to be, because some people's... here's another reason your guardian angel's not really talking to you. It really goes with reason one, but if you're someone who's just doing bad all the time, or if you're someone who... maybe you're not doing bad all the time, maybe you're just like, you're being kind of a mope. Like you're not giving yourself any room to have energy. You're not really fighting for your energy. And you're just like, I don't feel like doing anything. And your guardian angel is there all day and night, just like, oh, this person's they're not helping themselves. I'm trying to pick them up, but they just keep falling down because they want to find an excuse to fall down. That's one reason they won't be answering you, is because they're exhausted. They're just like, oh, this person, like, God gave me them as a guardian angel, and I'm just always helping them, and they're just completely self-sabotaging. So that's one reason as well. But a giant reason, and I've seen this with so many people, is that you'll ask your guardian angel a question like, what should I do on my life's path? How do I become successful in life? Most of you ask that. They'll be like, do this, 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 and this. And people won't even do one thing their guardian angel told them. They'll do everything else and find an excuse, and things don't go well for them because that's their guardian. Their guardian... it takes a lot for your guardian angel to leave. Once they leave, you're in hot water. And that's a topic for a whole other video. What happens when your guardian angel leaves? You have to be a really bad person for that, because they help even the worst of people until at a certain point they're like, okay, like we're out of here. All the angels will leave, and then just X angels step in and they're like, okay, let's use this person for the worst we can use just to farm energy. But one major reason your guardian angel will not be answering your questions is because they've given you a clear answer. It could be through a medium. It could be through tarot cards. It could be in a dream. It could be them talking to you in meditation. It can be just some of you. Well, there's a lot more people now who are able to hear angels out loud because the frequency of the earth is elevating. So you'll just hear their words, maybe in your head with the inner clear audience, with your ears. They'll tell you something very clear and you're not listening to it. They'll just wait. They're a teacher. They love you. They're a friend. But they'll just wait. They'll be like, okay. Now, another reason your guardian angel, this kind of goes with reason number two. Another reason your guardian angel won't really respond to you or answer your questions or help you out is because, well, it kind of goes with number two, like I said, but if you flat out know the answer to the question and you're asking the question and they're just like, yeah, you know the answer. And then, because I've seen this with several people, their guardian angels will literally come to them in a dream and be like, hey, yada, 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 yada. And they'll be like, my guardian angel came to me in a dream and they said I should put my seatbelt on when I drive, but I don't know if that has to do with like like my business, or like I don't know if it has to do with my children, or if I don't, like maybe because I looked it up online and Google said that the color yellow because the car was red and my car is yellow, and it's not even about the seatbelt. And I'm like, do you wear your seatbelt when you drive? And like, well, sometimes, like, it depends if I'm going. Didn't you just get the answer? It goes with number 2. It's like, you know the answer, you're trying to overinterpret. So number 2 kind of stems off into 2 things. You already know the answer and you're asking again, or you already have the answer in your intuition without even having to ask them. It's just a blaringly obvious answer. Sometimes they'll say the answer. Some of them will be quiet because they're all guardian angels have different personalities. They're very different. Some are more serious, some are more funny. But it depends because they're all very different. They all have their own beautiful personalities. But another major reason your guardian angel will not respond to you is, well, there's different sections of number 1. These are just 2 main reasons with subsections. So any form of you not being a good person, you knowing you did something wrong, you not passing a test, they won't be answering you. You could lose, like, depends where you're at as a person, but most of the time they are answering you, unless you're just all over the place. I did, from experience, I was talking to my guardian angel, and I'm like asking questions, and I noticed one thing you can't do with guardian angels is you can ask, it's not asking the same question over, but don't skip on to other questions too fast. So don't ask the same question over and over. If you legitimately don't understand the answer, ask it in a different way. Ask it because if you're in class and you're like, okay, animal science, nutrition, which I had in college, it's like, okay, I don't really understand why the animal eats this, and it when it goes in green, it comes out red. Or that's a horrible example. Well, they actually had pigmentations in food, for more reference, but when it goes, and then you don't get the answer, it's not like you ask the question again. They might say it again. You ask the question again. They just said the answer. You might have already gotten it, but maybe you're over interpreting. If you don't understand if you truly don't understand the answer, they're going to keep talking to you and help you. But if you flat out, like, if you ask in different ways for them to help understand you, you can ask them to make it obvious. But if you flat out know the answer, if you're asking the same thing over and over again, if you already know what you're supposed to be doing, they're just gonna be like, okay, we'll wait till you figure it out, because a lot of times you guys will flat out ignore your intuition. You'll ignore your guardian angels. You'll Google things on spirituality, but you already know the answer. Like, they'll come to you in a dream, like I just gave an example, and you guys want it to be mystical. It is, in a sense, mystical. It's a beautiful thing to be able to talk to beings of light. This video is for people who are generally good people. If you're just a rotten person, this video is not for you. I don't really have that many people who are rotten people following my YouTube channel. Like, we just have random people here and there following. But, like, I get a lot of follows each day, and most of them seem to be genuinely good people, which my videos are for genuinely good people. But for the people who are on track to becoming better, because you can be a very dark and rotten person, but if your guardian angel knows it is in your future's path, they're going to stick around to help you. When your guardian angel leaves, they don't even say anything. You'll have something that pretends to be your guardian angel, but you'll have to do something really, really, really bad. Like, I'm not even gonna say it. One of them is selling your soul. Worst thing you can do. Very bad thing. I shouldn't even have to discuss that. But I hope this video helped you guys. This should make it clear. Be good. The messages of this video is, be a good person. Be receptive to information. If you have the answer, do what you're supposed to do. Act upon the information. Show that you're eager to learn. Show that you're eager to grow. And your guardian angel will be like, cool, you made it to the next step. Here, this is a level up. Like, you're really showing yourself here. You're doing the best you can. You have the information. You're acting upon it. You're not asking the same question over and over. If you truly don't understand it, ask it in a different way, and then it'll be explained in a different way. If you don't have any, okay, this is for the people who feel like they don't have any contact with their angels at all. Yeah, you do. I mean, if you're a genuinely good person, let's just say you're not doing anything bad, because when you're not doing, if you do something bad, you're gonna repel them. Even things like cursing, when you say curse words, it makes them be quiet. They're just like, okay, that's, like flat out. Cursing repels your guardian angel. It like every time you curse, they're just like it makes them. It's not of light. Curse words. It's literally called cursing. It has origins. Like you're like, oh, it's just a word. No, these words have been bookmarked several thousands of years before that. Words have been bookmarked. Words already have meanings. You're not going to assign a new meaning to a word that already existed several lifetimes before you. So that's pretty much that. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment sections. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao.